G'day, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today, well, this is a different video. There's no bench breakdown, no techs and specs, no speed gun Sally. What this is just a thank you message from me to all my supporters, all my patrons, all the people who believed in me to help share this message of FPV. And we're going to be talking about, I guess, what that means, what UAVfutures is like now, what it was like when I started, how I almost quit the hobby, why, you know, what is it about FPV that just I feel so passionate about, like nothing else I've ever felt in my life, and why it's so important for me to share that with other members out there in the community as well. We're going to be going through some really cool stuff. We've got things like the silver play button, a whole bunch of cool stuff. It is going to be a little bit of rambling because usually most of my videos are very structured in the reviews. I know exactly what I'm going to talk about. I know how it's going to break down because I've got some stuff that I do want to share with you guys, and just as a nice little bonus sort of extra video. Now, first and foremost, I guess we can talk about this. I've had this for quite a little while. The people on Discord know about it a little bit, as well as my patrons, but this is my silver play button, and a massive shout out to all my subscribers out there. I couldn't do FPV, I couldn't share this message, make these videos without, you know, your support, the community support, and also my patrons, which we'll talk about a little bit as well. But we got this from YouTube. This turned up a little while ago, and then look, I know some people have silver play buttons, diamond play buttons, all that sort of stuff. What I want to let you guys know is this means more to me than any other certificate I've ever had in my life. You know, my uni degree, all that sort of stuff. This actually means more because it represents all this hard work, you know, and it was a lot of hard work, long hours, all the hard work, the passion, and I guess where we're at today. This is sort of it in a little certificate form. So I know a lot of people have been asking, Stuart, when are you going to get your silver play button? It has been here for a little while, and yeah, I actually am very proud of it, but I couldn't do it without you guys. I'm going to put that to the side. Now, I guess you might have read the title, and it was kind of like that time when I almost did quit the hobby, and this sort of leads into why FPV is so important to me as well. And when I first started FPV, I didn't know what UAVfutures was going to be. I never, in my wildest dreams, I never dreamed it was going to be what it is like right now. When I did first start FPV, I guess for me, you know, I'd done a few test flights. I had probably maybe 3 batteries under my belt, 4 batteries. I was really excited. Things were very different back then. The technology versus what your drones were like then to today was head and shoulders. It is so much better now. You're so lucky if you're getting into the hobby now. But back then, I still got the same sort of buzz, and I was so passionate about it. I loved it straight away. I was like, this is something that I want to do. I was really pumped. I had a lot of excitement. I looked up some hobby shops online, and you know, I found one that was sort of close to where I was living. I went there to talk to the person, and it was just this, I guess, middle-aged dude behind the counter, and it wasn't really a pleasant experience. I guess I'd never done anything RC or hobby related, anything like that, and I went into this place and I just wanted to have a friendly, happy conversation talking about RC and just sharing some enthusiasm and a bit of banter, and the response I got was anything but. It was kind of a bit of a letdown, actually, a bit of a slap in the face. The guy didn't want to talk about FPV at all. He told me that no one was really doing that. There was no community like that, and it wasn't very popular. Not many people liked it. He suggested that I buy like a fixed wing, big gas sort of plane or something like that he was trying to sell me, and I was sort of trying to explain that's not really what I'm into, and is there anybody out there who does FPV? And he just sort of told me that it wasn't really worth the time, and it wasn't a big market. He sort of told me there wasn't a big community, and I left that hobby shop, and I was a bit gutted. And I remember getting home and thinking about how much I love this hobby and what it means to me. And I thought, well, if there's no community out there, I might just start my own. I never planned that it would be as big as it is today. I never thought we'd have such an amazing, strong UAVfutures family, but that's what it turned into. And the more I think about UAVfutures, and the more I think about what it means to me and what it is as part of the community, it's, believe it or not, this might shock some people, it's not actually about flying. For me, it's about the relationships and the feeling you get from flying. So, you know, when you're in the air, when you feel free, it's not actually just flying itself, but when you feel free and you're just in your own zone and you're doing it with friends, it's I'm going to say the greatest feeling in the world, bar a few that I'm sure you can think of. And I've got to thank FPV for so many things in my life, and you know, and it's brought me closer to my family. I'm at home more now. I spend more time with my wife, and I've built some amazing friendships as well. You know, shout out to Grumpy Trev, Crash Cal, Wingman, John O'Granger, Lockie. There is a whole bunch of people behind the scenes that help me all the time, every single day, and it's amazing. And that's what I want to share with you guys. So when people always explain, Stuart, why are you so passionate about FPV? Why are you so passionate about getting people flying? What is it? it's because of that, because I've never felt more connected with people and more fulfilled than when I'm flying around having fun with my friends. And that's what drives me. That's what makes me passionate to want to share that with other people as well. Now, if you're one of those people out there and you're starting and you might be thinking, well, I don't know anybody yet in FPV, I haven't met up with any other pilots, I guess that's what I want UAVfutures to be for as well. I want to feel like you can connect with myself and Trevor and Cal and come and join the Discord, because we are just like you, all of us. What I love about this community is it's so close-knit. We are just people who want to fly, we want to have fun, and we want to share that with as many people as possible. And I feel really privileged to get to be, I guess, a bit of a, I don't know, who's someone who's at the forefront of that, or I guess a head figure in that. I'm not too sure what the term, a paragon or whatever the term would be there, but yeah, I feel like I'm really blessed to be able to champion this message to FPV with your support and to share it out there. So yeah, definitely, I'm kind of rambling, but if you're one of those people out there who's on the fence thinking, should I do FPV? What's it like? I've never met some other people. Definitely go up, meet with a group. You're going to have an absolute ball. Now, this brings me on to my second point, I guess, which is a huge shout out to my Patreon subscribers, because look, I couldn't do this without you, without your support, because YouTube's not like it is, and I'm sure you hear a lot of stories of what YouTube used to be like in the good old days, but it has never been that good for me, I guess, in terms of what the revenue used to be like. I couldn't make this content without you guys and those people who put in. I like to give so much back to you guys, but also I know it goes both ways. You put in your own hard-earned dollars and you support UAVfutures, and I could not do this without you. So I feel like we've got a great relationship there, where it's all people just want to give in this hobby. And you know, massive shout out too, I'm not going to mention too many names, you know, but this turned up today and I was super pumped, because it's kind of a nice little tribute, I guess, there from my Patreon supporters who just go above and beyond. And sometimes I do get nice little care packages, and I think I'm going to put that next to my computer as well. And I've got some special things that I've got, you know, there's a few things on this table that I kind of like, and that's why I haven't built this one up too. This was the reverb that's got my name on it. I do feel kind of blessed to have so many people believing in what UAVfutures stands for. Now, I guess this brings me on to my next point, and I have never in the history of this channel ever asked people to, you know, and said, hey, go and support my channel, why don't you support it now, all that sort of stuff. I've never asked people to join up. It's always been, look, if you like my content, if you like sharing this message of FPV, you know, you're more than, my content is always going to be free, it's always going to be accessible for you guys, but if you do want to go above and beyond, you can support me over on Patreon. So if that's one of you guys out there and you're thinking, gee, I actually could support Stuart and UAVfutures for a couple of bucks a month, I'll put the link down below. It takes about 2 seconds to sign up. We've run a whole bunch of giveaways. Get access to Discord, like a special Discord channel as well, where there's been some fantastic, I guess, friendships. I've seen them actually blossom in there, where people are meeting up in real life. They've never flown together, and some of them, it feels amazing. I feel a bit like a matchmaker, and you guys know who you are, but when some of my Patreons show me some photos of where they've all gotten together and had to fly around, and I guess that's a very special feeling to be involved as that family. So if you want to get involved in Patreon, definitely go and check that link down below. It's very much appreciated, but not at all expected. I'm always just grateful for people who watch my videos and leave comments and all that sort of stuff. And I guess with that Patreon support, one end goal that I would really love to do is to make like a UAVfutures fest where we can just get everybody together. We can actually start meeting in person, a whole bunch of people from all over the world. We can get together, make those relationships, friendships, we can make those connections. And I don't know, for me, that's been the strongest part of UAVfutures and what means the most. And I want to make a place where we can share that, I guess, where you guys get to meet up with other pilots as well. Anyway, that was a bit of a ramble, and I'm not too sure how it's going to come out when I do all the editing, all that sort of stuff. I'm about to jump in, kick on with some more reviews, got some stuff from TBS, all that sort of stuff. But subscribe for more FPV related content. Thank you so much. I guess thank you so much for this, and I guess for this. And if you're a subscriber, you know, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching my videos, all, you know, putting in the comments, all those things, and all the emails that I get as well. And if you're a Patreon, well, I actually couldn't do this content and share and help people with FPV and make those connections without you. So thanks so much. I'm going to stop rambling, and as always, happy flying.